How are you doing today? Trust you're keeping well. Welcome. Good to be back online again. Good to be back online again. So today we're talking about 10 lessons I learned from Richer, Wiser, and Happier by William Green. 10 lessons that I learned from Richer, Wiser, and Happier by William Green. We all know that for us to be richer, of course, for you to be richer and happier, you need to be wiser. You need to be wiser. And the more wise we become, the more informed decisions we make, the more better decisions we make. And the more better decisions we make, the better, our life. So that's why we are all here to learn. And every single day, for you to make better decision, you've got to keep on learning. You've got to keep on learning. You cannot grow beyond your knowledge. Robert Allen, I think, is it Robert Allen? Okay, a quote once says that you are where you are today based on your thoughts. You are where you are today based on your thoughts. And you will be where you need to be tomorrow, still on your thoughts. So you've got to keep on upgrading your thoughts. Upgrading your thoughts. So everything you want is just outside your comfort zone. Everything you want is outside your comfort zone. Outside your comfort zone. And you've just, you need to keep on learning. You've got to keep on growing. And you've got to keep on becoming wise so that you can make a better decision. So, what are those 10 lessons I learned from the book Richer, Wiser, and Happier by, by William Green? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And as you're joining us, can you tell us your name, and the city you are joining us from? And kindly help us share this video. Kindly share this video to as much people as you can. Share this video so that everybody can, learn together and then get to share this value to everyone. So let's get started. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from, and please share this video. Share this video. Share this video. Share this video. Share this video to your friends, your enemies, everyone. Just keep on sharing. Keep on sharing. Keep on sharing. Keep on sharing. Welcome. These lessons that you'll be learning today, it's definitely gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. So let's prepare to learn. Let's prepare to learn. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Your name and where you are joining us from. Before we dive into the main topic for today, so kindly share, tell us your name and where you're joining us from. We are moving straight to our business for the day. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, let's dive straight in. Let's begin our discussion for today. Let's begin. Let's begin our conversation for today. In the book Richer, Wiser, Happier by William Green. Number one lesson I learned is that investing is making bets about the future that is unknown. Investing is placing a bet about the future that is unknown. We are placing a bet. That is why we need to make smarter decisions. You must be very, very wise about the decisions you're making. If you don't make wise decision, then you're definitely gonna, there's nothing for you. So for you to have a better future, you've got to make a better decision that will lead to your financial transformation. So investing is making bets about the future that is unknown. We are all placing a bet on the future that is unknown. We are placing a bet. It's as simple as that. Because the future is filled with surprises. Because everything changes all the time. The future is filled with surprises. Everything changes all the time. The future is filled with surprises. Everything changes all the time. And now that you know that the future is filled with surprises, that should tell you that truly investing is making a bet about the future that is unknown. That's the number one lesson I learned. Number one lesson. Number one lesson. You are making a bet about the future that is unknown. And also, we also need to know that the future is filled with surprises. Number two is that you have to figure out how investors think and why they win. That's powerful. Figure out how investors think and why they win. How they think. One, how they think. Number one is how they think. How. Then why they win. Why they win. First thing you need to do in order to succeed as an investor is to figure out how investors think. Now, let me throw the question to you. How do you feel investors think? Investors think in generations. They think in legacy. We can see people like Dangote. He has built a legacy. He has built a massive empire that will be there forever, even when he is gone. Investors think in generations. When you invest in an asset, you've got to keep on multiplying those assets. You've got to keep on multiplying those assets. You can't invest in one asset now, then the next thing that is left for you is to just rest. No, you shouldn't rest. You should keep on multiplying. So investors think in multiplication. They think in multiplication, and that is why they are always winning. Investors think in multiplication, and that is why they are always winning. If you must win as an investor in any industry, you must think on how you can multiply that particular business, how you can multiply that particular asset, how you can build an empire and keep on multiplying it and keep on multiplying it. Simple as that. I want us to write that in the comment section. Right? Investors think in multiplication. They think in generations. They they think about legacies. They think in legacies. And legacy thinking is having generations in mind. Even the good book, the Bible says that a good man leaves inheritance for his children. And for you to leave inheritance for your children, you've got to think in generations. You've got to think how to pass on your wealth to the next generation. You've got to start seeing your business as a big business. So many people see their business, they see their investment as something small, instead of them to start seeing it as something big. Don't you know that the smaller you see your business, the faster your business collapse. But when you start seeing your business as a big business, when you start seeing your investment as something massive, then the way you seeing it will now influence the way you are going to be putting more power, more action into multiplying it. So first thing is how you think. Then when you think in generations, then it will now make you to be multiplying your effort, which will lead to your why. And then your why will then help you to what? To win. Simple as that. That's how investors think. So that's number two. Number two. Number two. So investing. Number three is in investing and life. You have to define the game you want to play. How many years are you willing to commit in playing the game? In investing and in life. In investing and in life. Number one thing you must do is that you have to define the game you want to play. And how many years are you willing to commit in playing the game? How many years? You have to define the game you want to play. What game do you want to play? Do you want to play in the capital market, or you want to play in the money market, or you want to play in the real estate market, or you want to or you want to play in the tech industry? You have to define it. As for me, I play more in the real estate market. Real estate market. Because that's my risk appetite. That's the only risk I feel I can still do. So I play more in the real estate market. Then I play less. I play more in real estate market. Then I play less in the capital market. Capital market. So I play more in the real estate market and I play less in the capital market. And my strategy is none else but long-term perspective. Long-term perspective. My strategy is long-term. I play more in the real estate market and I play less in the capital market. And what I do in the real estate market is that I'm building a portfolio. I'm building a portfolio of assets. Then in the capital market, I'm just building funds that will help me access opportunities. I'm building funds that will help me access opportunities. For you to succeed as an investor, you've got to define the game you want to play in investing. Then you need to commit in playing the game for a long period of time. You've got to commit to playing the game. If it is real estate that you want to play, if it is the tech that you want to do, if it is capital market, you've got to define it. Okay, this is what I want to do and this is what I'm willing to commit in order for me to achieve success in this industry. Now let's move to the next. So I've mentioned the third lesson I learned: from richer, wiser, and happier. And don't forget, for you to be happier, of course, you've got to be richer. And for you to be richer, you've got to be wiser. You've got to be wiser, you've got to be smart. The wiser you become, the wiser you become, the better your decisions. The wiser you become, the better your decisions. The wiser you become, the better your decision. So every single day when you wake up in the morning, the question you should be asking yourself is, how can I be more wiser? What do I need to do in order for me to be more wiser? What do I need to do? You've got to keep on using your brain more. Research shows that a lot of people don't really maximize their brain. They don't use it. What they just do is when they wake up in the morning, they start scrolling on TikTok, they start scrolling on WhatsApp, they start wasting their time on social media. They start wasting their time on social media. And the game of social media is to keep people ignorant of things they need to do. They just want to keep you distracted. All what you are doing from morning to night, social media. Tell me, how do you want to build the next big thing in your industry? How do you want to achieve maximum success in whatever you're doing when all you do is social media? Now let's move on to the next. Number 4 is, don't stay in stock market for too long. Don't stay in stock market for too long. Don't stay in stock market for too long. For some people, they love liquidity a lot. So the reason why a lot of people stay in stock market is because they just want to have an investment that they can easily liquidate. So don't stay there for too long. Don't stay there for too long. Do whatever you want to do and get out of the system and go put your money in where it is safe with long-term perspective, especially real estate for long term. And if you have enough capital, of course you can play short term, whereby you buy a house and then you put it up for rental income. Simple as that. Or short let, Airbnb. Simple. Now let's move on to number 5. Number 5 says that to be successful as an investor, you must know how to deal with fear or pain or failure and keep on going. You must know how to deal with fear or pain or failure and keep on going. If you don't know how to deal with fear or pain or failure, then you can't try again even when it fails. As an investor, you've got to learn. You've got to build that thick skin to chest whatever failure that comes your way. You've got to learn it. You've got to learn it. You've got to learn it. So if you don't learn how to chest it, then I don't know how you want to succeed as an investor. When you make any loss, the next thing is for you to be thinking on how you are going to stop investing. Then how do you want to succeed as an investor? How how do you want to succeed as an investor? So let's move on. Number 6, you have to be emotionally resilient. You have to be emotionally resilient. Number 6 says you have to be emotionally resilient. Being emotionally resilient simply means you have to learn how to handle your emotions at all times. Don't say because this has failed today, you will not try again tomorrow. Of course, remember that the first lesson I told you about is investing is making a bet about the future that is unknown. And when that future finally arrives and you did not meet what you expected, of course, you've got to keep on going. So you have to be emotionally resilient. The future is filled with surprises. So be emotionally resilient. This will help you to achieve success on a long-term, perspective. So let's move to the next one. Number 7 is investing is a mix of skill and circumstances. Investing is a mixture of skill and circumstances. Investing is a mixture of skill and circumstances. When I say investing is a mixture of skill and circumstances, when you want to learn about real estate, you reach out to me or any broker that they have mastered the game of real estate. Then you tell them to educate you. You book a consultation section. Don't just say, okay, the real estate is just to just buy land or to just buy a house. No! There are a lot you need to learn. You need to learn about the law of demand and supply in a particular location before you even put your money in that location. You have to learn about how to do due diligence. A lot of things you need to put into consideration. So understand that investing is a mixture of skill and circumstances. Number 8, look at what matters to you and go big on it. Look at what matters to you in any sector and go big on it. What are the things that matters to you? Just take a look at them and determine to go big on it. Now let's move on to the next. Number 9, smart people end up broke because they overthink a lot of things that could happen. We have a lot of smart people, they end up being broke because when they're supposed to take action on a particular investment, they overthink. Instead of overthinking, why not just invest time in acquiring that skill, either capital market or real estate market? Why not just take a course in it? Like I told you that I do less of capital market, and before I even do this capital market, I have to invest my time in learning it. I'm a finance graduate. I have some knowledge about it. Yesterday I still even got this I took a course on investing in capital market, how to trade the capital market. I took a course in it, and I'm done with it. So now, the more knowledgeable you are, the more skilled you are on any investment, the faster you succeed. The faster you succeed. Robert Kiyosaki once said that money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. Money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. Now that you know that money without financial intelligence is money soon gone, instead of overthinking on that investment, why not just go and gain knowledge on it? Why? But a lot of us, we just feel so lazy and nonchalant. Just go gain knowledge on it. Simple as ABC. After you've gained knowledge on it, then reach out to a professional that will help you. That will help you get started. Simple. Now let's move on to the next, which is the final one. Number 10 is wake up each morning to run your future. You've got to wake up each morning to run your future. You've got to wake up each morning to run your future. You've got to wake up each morning to run your future. And what do I mean by waking up each morning to run your future? When you wake up in the morning, you've got to start thinking, how do I channel my energy, attention, and time into creating something that will give me real value, something that will pay me now or pay me tomorrow. I understand that you might be a student. What you should spend your time doing is how to channel your energy, your attention, and your time on those things that are productive. Anything that will not give you return on your investment of time, energy, and attention, quit doing them. It's as simple as ABC. You can run your future into prosperity by channeling your energy, attention, and time into productive activities. That is the only way you can run a future that will that's the only way that you can run a successful future. I believe that with these few points you've been able to learn one or two things. Now I would love to end with this. It is called it is called um the affirmation of the uncommon man. The affirmation of the uncommon man. Let me see how I can share my screen. Hide camera, keep audio. So the affirmation of the uncommon man is what I would love to use to. You can just type the affirmation of the uncommon man on your screen. You can type the affirmation of uncommon man on your screen. Let us read it together. Let me see if I can share my screen. Let me see. Can you all hear me? Okay, let me share my screen with you all. Let's learn about the affirmation of the uncommon man. The affirmation of it. Have you typed it on Google? Let's recite it together. Let me read it out. The affirmation of the uncommon man says that I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. If I can, I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dulled by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to barter incentive for a dole. Dole means money. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence. the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for beneficence, nor my dignity for a handout. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself, enjoy the benefit of my creations, and to face the world boldly and say, "This I have done." So that's the affirmation of the uncommon man. You can type it on Google, the affirmation of the uncommon man. So I believe that with these few points, you've been able to learn 10 lessons I picked from richer, wiser, and happier. I wish you a productive week. Kindly go through this video once again and reshare this post to as many people as possible so you can learn what I picked from richer, wiser, and happier. And don't forget that for you to be richer, you've got to be wiser. And how do you get wiser? By developing yourself every single day, by taking courses on those investments that you really want to do. If it is real estate investment, you've got to take courses on it. If it is capital market, you've got to take courses on it so that you can be smarter. Then after you have done that, then look for a broker that will help you. So I can help you with your real estate investments. You can reach out to me. We have properties in Lagos, Abuja, Ibadan. Just reach out to me and I'll help you get started with your real estate investment. So that's all for now, and goodbye, everyone. Kindly share this post to someone out there that might need this post, that might need to learn. Bye for now.